Okay. Just to be clear, we have also Yusuf here with us. He is the marketing candidate that I told you about, a doctor. He is one of the brightest students that I've known. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi Yusuf. I did send you an email,
Hello.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Um, let me go ahead and I will also send you the invite link for the interview, Yusuf, shortly,
Okay.
maybe by today. Okay, so just
Yeah.
watch out for that.
Also, this Zoom has
Okay.
40-minute limit, right?
No, this is paid version.
Oh, yeah, paid version now. Okay. So it's a seamless thing. Okay, fine. Okay, okay.
Yeah, so it shouldn't be over in 40 minutes.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so guys, you have to let me know what's, we'll take feedback at the end. So let me start presenting now. Okay, so afternoon, everyone. Probably midnight for someone, but welcome. Thanks for making your time and coming over for this presentation. And it's nice to have you here. And also, we'll do some chit chat and also get your feedback or your opinion on these topics. So, I am Tanishta. I'm the head of learning and development and Live AI, our edutech platform for Real AI, which is a branch of Real AI actually. So today, in this lovely afternoon, which is a little bit chilly over here, actually, I hope it's good everywhere people are. So here today, we'll try to discuss about a market or a domain which is a very important domain in the industry. Like every industry has a marketing department, and how you can leverage AI in this domain, right? So AI, everyone knows AI. Like the only topic that people talking about right now is probably AI, right? So everyone's talking about AI. So, but the problem arises is how do we, so AI is such a vast topic, right? And how do we take this AI and incorporate in our industry? That's a very big challenge. And not all people are aware of how this can be done. And there are honestly no limitations to AI. You can definitely use AI in any industry and it can definitely help in your growth. But you have to apply it in the correct way. So today I'm going to discuss about how to use AI effectively. It's not about you have to be an expert in learning the architecture and nits and grits, nitty-gritties of AI. You have to know everything of AI. It's not like that because there's so many AI tools. You are the person who is trying to apply AI into your marketing domain. In this marketing domain, as an example for this stuff. Okay? But it can be anywhere. You can be from HR. You can be probably from a law firm, right? You could be from anywhere, like a marine biologist, right? Who needs AI in your domain. So let's talk about that, right? So I mentioned I'm Tanishta, with head of learning and development at Live AI.
Please do full screen, Tanishta.
It is
It's not full screen. Yeah, now
okay.
it's full screen. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for that. So I am the head of learning and development. Day-to-day work, I am involved in teaching students, then curating courses, also looking into new technologies that are coming into the market and how you can leverage this into your particular domain. I've been a practitioner for last 5 years now. By like I had a PhD many years ago, about 5 years ago in geophysics, but I have completely transitioned to AI, and that's more like a passion for me right now. Okay. So we know with AI, you can disrupt an ecosystem. That's what is definitely happening in the industry. There's so much ups and downs. VCs putting their money here and there. Some are getting converted, some are not. So it's a disruption, right? And that's good because that actually gives you the leverage to grow, right? So you need to grow in new technologies, right? So every single day or every single minute, new technologies are coming up, right? And that's really good. So let's take some time and congratulate these gentlemen who were selected for the 2024 Nobel Prize, which is Hinton, the godfather of AI, and Hopfield, who have worked extensively in neural networks, RNNs, and all. And also Denis Hassabis here, who is the CEO of DeepMind at Google, right? And his peer, who has also been in conjecture with David Baker, being selected for the Nobel Prize in Chemistry for computational chemistry. What I understand is they have discovered AlphaFold, which and create artificial proteins, right? So AI is everywhere, definitely. So now, how do you use it in your special domain, right? So here we'll talk about a scenario which is very common. Like every one of us does that, right? Does it, right? We post on social media, be it Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Reddit, or anything. You always post on social media. So there's a huge data generated in your social media, right? And definitely with this data, you can have a lot of insights. And our AI models, the large language models, even not the large language models, BERT, which was discovered or which was invented around 2019, can bring a lot of insights with this kind of data analytics, okay? With the data that's been generated with this kind of social media. So I hope you guys are definitely working or like posting, and then you want to get more analytics out of your social media account. Maybe you want to grow your business, right? Maybe you want to grow your fan followers, right? So you need some analytics every time. So here, you see that image, the Wally image over here. So the Wally is my, let's say the AI bot here. So who can tell you based on all the analytics where you have to grow, right? And in traditional marketing, you would go about with some campaign marketing or things like that, and then you do a lot of data analytics plot, which is also that you do over here. But our new AI models, the LLMs, can bring a lot of insight that was not possible in your traditional marketing. So here's the opportunity where an industry can definitely grow. And this is also an opportunity for you to learn and leverage this power of AI to marketing domain and get new insights, right? So I'm going to talk about how a tweet, for example. So Twitter or X, right now it's X. It's no more Twitter, it's X. So X generates a lot of tweets every second, right? Isn't it? So very high volume data coming into X, right? So what can you know or what kind of analytics can you bring out from these kind of tweets? So any guess? So any guess what your let's think of a tweet, right? So what do you get from a tweet? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I could say cost functions, for example.
Yeah. So how do you identify the cost function?
The cost function, in general, can be
Mm-hmm.
used to, for example, analyze the variation in costs, where,
Mm-hmm.
for example, C of X is equal to, in general, the cost function can go like C of X is equal to F plus V of X or Vx,
Mm-hmm.
where the total cost to produce is X units of a good or a specific place, for example, a real estate or a company, and F is like a fixed cost of a production, and V is the
Right.
variation or the variable cost per the good itself,
Mm-hmm.
and X is the number of the products or the amount of real estate is continuously being built or produced. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that could be really done and plotted using AI and machine learning, which makes it easier for us as humans to interpret what data is and what it's all about.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So all these variables and features that comes into a cost can definitely at the end, it's actually determining your ROI, right? At the end of your day. Right? So thanks, Marwan, for that. And if we just focus, maybe a small part of it, a marketing team, right? You have a small marketing team, and what they are doing is they are posting, right? Or they are doing their marketing posts on social media or like the regular marketing through other media channels, right? Video marketing, other content marketing. I'm not a very good marketer, but this is what I can understand that this is how a marketing team probably works. So let's again take a small subdomain from there, right? From that. So let's say one of our marketer in that company is tweeting, right? And then while he or she is tweeting, so they can actually create some good analytics, right? So for example, on a particular month, they can say that this was the number of organic tweets, and this was the percentage of replies you got, then this were the percentage of retweets that happened, right? And probably they're also trying to figure out from which demographics or from which location, geographic location, are people most engaged with this content, right? So you can also have a small analytics around that, right? So where did this tweet come from? Like which IP was it? Was it in North America? Was it in Asia? Was it in Europe, right? So that gives you already starts giving you an idea where people are engaging most from your into your tweets, right? Then frequency of tweet, right? So this is an example how Bill Gates tweets counted over the years. So he was tweeting a lot, let's say in 2012 to 2014, right? Then kind of it dropped, right? So anyway, so this is an example from Bill Gates tweet. But if I'm taking an example from my company's tweet, I will be checking how all these parameters ultimately connect with each other, right? Also, the thing that I'm going to talk about, or the parameter that I'm going to focus right now, is sentiment. So how when people are engaging with a tweet, how do they feel about the tweet, right? So what do you think? Let's say you see a tweet, right? So right now, Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump, right? That's the main topic going around. So so even though of course I know we are no one from US, but still you do have a preconceived notions, right? So fine, this is the tweet that Donald Trump tweeted, could be like serious or not, right? So you feel something with the tweet, right? So or maybe there's can be another tweet like these people like this scientists or the Nobel Committee just thought of awarding all these scientists who have invented in the neural network domain, right? Deep learning domain. So how do you feel about that? Do you feel very happy about it? Do you feel sad about it? Right. or maybe the wars going on. So that is also a very sensitive domain. How do you feel about those tweets? So, so it's different when you look at different tweets, right? So it has a very different way of people perceiving. The way I perceive might not be the same way that you perceive, right? So, as a question, like, what kind of feelings, other than happy, sad, and neutral, what else do you think you can get out of a tweet? Or what kind of other feelings or other information related to sentiment you can get out of a tweet? Any guess? Any guess? Marwan, maybe you or Yusuf?
I can guess.
Yeah.
I guess like you can get out like if the other person like other than if they are sad or happy from the tweet,
Mm-hmm.
you can
Yeah.
get out if they are angry in the tweet, like the or they don't feel uh yeah they feel angry in the tweet, for example.
Yeah. Angry, frustrated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that can definitely happen, right? And also, what else? You might want to know something more. Why do you reply to a tweet? Think of the think of why do you would reply to a tweet? You are frustrated. You can definitely reply and trash the tweet to the person who tweeted this. But what else can happen if you are thinking of replying to a tweet? Why would you take the step to reply to a tweet? Anything that's coming to your mind?
No, not really.
Not really. Okay, that's okay. So, in general, of course, we can have you can have your opinions. You can have like happy, okay, neutral, angry, you want to shout at it, right? So these are all your emotional feelings about a tweet, right? And you might want to reply to that, right? There's a tweet and you want to reply to that. So these are sentiments, but there's also few more sentiments that you would be looking if I'm trying to grow my business. Okay. So I'll come to the definition a little bit later, but let's discuss about some other aspects of sentiment analysis. So fine-grained sentiment. So these are mostly about your very positive, neutral, negative, and very negative kind of analysis. Then intent-based. So uh, so you might be seeking more information, right? So there might be a job opening, for example, right? And there's something like someone just tweeted, "There's we have a company opening, right? So contact us." So you might want to know more information, or maybe there is a new product in the market, right? Who knows? There's a new iPhone, right? So and you need to know some more about that before you make a guess or decision in buying that phone, right? So that is intent-based sentiment analysis. Then you have your emotions. Of course, this I can relate a lot to more political situations like a presidential election or maybe like a war, right? So there's more like an emotion hanging around there, right? And then analyze sentiments towards specific aspects or features of a product. So and providing actionable insights. So maybe there's a tweet, someone is trying to build something and is asking for some suggestions, right? So that's an aspect. So probably someone's, uh, let's say, that's something coming to my mind. But yeah, they are trying to make a chatbot which can help in your gaming industry, for example, right? So you are trying to build a game, and in the new game, you are trying to input a feature of a chatbot, and then this chatbot is going to tell you how to play or give you guide you through a play, right? Something like that. So they might be asking for some information on how this what features I can add, and this is where you can probably reply back, right? Or you might want to retweet and you are interested in that post, so you want to retweet and ask other people to also join in this conversation, right? So that's all these kind of four basic sentiments. There can be more, but these are some basic aspects that can that you can get from your tweets, right? So that is what you can manage or kind of perceive from your tweets. Okay. So now let's take a situation. So let's take a scenario. Now let's coming back to our own live AI group, right? So we build courses, right? And we build courses and we want to see if generate the interest. And we also want to know how public is perceiving a particular course, right? So let's say we plan to launch AI application in green hydrogen, right? So green hydrogen is a greener way or a sustainable source of energy that is quite going around right now. Also I heard it's in good in Northern Africa. Like there's plans, this European companies are trying to set up in Northern Africa. But it's going to be like people know there's going to be a lot of demand for this in near future, but right now people are still trying to perceive this, as I understood. So what our course is trying to tell this, give insight into is how this can be integrated in your microgrid or in your storage facility, energy storage facility, and then how you can easily leverage AI or how you can integrate AI into this and not wait for any other means, like and make your system works more smoothly or more like work more smoothly for this reason. Okay, so now let's say uh, so this is my scenario and I am putting some tweets based on this scenario. Okay, so let's say we got some of these answers or some of these replies from my tweets. Super excited about Livia's new course on AI in green hydrogen. This is a game changer for the energy sector. So what do you perceive from this? It's quite positive, right? It's quite positive and it's a fine-grained sentiment and it's quite positive. AI in green hydrogen seems interesting, but I'm not sure how useful it would be for my current work. So they have a very neutral effect of this. Why would anyone take a course on AI and green hydrogen? Sounds like a waste of time. Very negative about it, right? And then you have a tweet, let's see, that's coming like, looking forward to learn how AI can optimize green hydrogen storage. Does anyone have any insights on the course content? So they are seeking information. So they are intent-based sentiments. So they are trying to get more information out of this. So let's say which of these person, okay, who has answered to the tweet, do you think are my customers? Could be my possible customers.
Okay. So which of these prompts would be for a customer, right?
Yeah, who can probably convert as my customer.
That's really okay, we need to know the context, I guess.
So the context was this, that so Livia launched a course on AI applications in green hydrogen.
Okay.
So it will cover the use of AI in production techniques, storage and distribution of green hydrogen, hydrogen utilization and integration with microgrid.
Okay.
Okay. And then, so let's say you have tweeted this, for example. So then these are the replies, maybe the 4 replies that I have received on my tweet. So which of these customers do you think might converge or not?
Why would anyone take a course? Looking forward to learning about. Super excited. So I would definitely go with the uh first one
Yeah.
and the last
Yes. So
one.
that's mostly that's where we can I already kind of try to identify our customers there, right?
Yeah.
So so now yeah, that's really good, right? So we can categorize our tweets and then we can and then try to get our customers. So now this is where you can take full advantage of our language models. Okay. So let me show you an example. Oh, sorry. What is that? Uh, okay. So now here we have these four types of sentiment analysis: fine-grained, intent-based, emotion detection, aspect-based sentiment analysis, right? So four of those that we have defined. Now, so there is so many of you might know it's called Hugging Face. So Hugging Face provides open source models, so you can use them at no cost, right? So these people who have developed these models have put their models to Hugging Face, have put their model weights in Hugging Face so that we can use for our own purpose. So it's easy to call these models. And for example, one of these models is a BERT-based multilingual model, which can do quite good sentiment analysis if you are trying to analyze a fine-grained analyzer. Okay. So it does very good detection on a fine-grained analyzer. If there is some fine-grained analysis that you can do on a tweet, then you have a Facebook's BART large MNLI. So this language model is quite good on intent analyzation. The other one, for example, is Emotion English. So Distil Roberta. So that's also another language model that can do some good analysis on my emotions. So happy, sad, very sad, things like that. And then we can manually extract some tweets which have like maybe production technique storage. So people discussing about this, we can manually extract some aspects and then uh, have a number put to it. So now, earlier I was showing that these are neutral, like neutral or very negative and very positive, but we don't have a number to go with it, right? So we need some numbers to make this analysis more quantifiable, right? So let's say these are all these tweets. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's say 10 tweets or 10 replies that I've got from after I put my tweet over there, right? So we do a fine-grained analysis on all the tweets, then intent-based emotion, and then so for these, for these to utilize in your day-to-day work, you don't need to know about the models. You just need to know which models are good in analyzing your sentiments, right? So that's all. That's basically it. And anyone with that little bit knowledge is very good in utilizing the models because Hugging Face has a very good repo or very good, I would say, um, like a way of using it. So they have their own tutorials, and if you don't have to be a data scientist or a very great uh, developer to use their models. So anyone can actually go and use their models. Okay. So let's say you are the marketer who is trying to analyze those tweets, right? So we have used it properly, and then you are trying to analyze this, right? And here, notice I'm getting some values over here. So sentiment 5 star, 3 star, 1 star, 4 star, right? So these are all the sentiments that the model is associating with my tweet. 2 star, 5 star, right? So then, yeah, the other ones are probably not star, but you can also do a star. It's not a big deal. It's also giving you a confidence score. So notice this is very high confidence score and this is a low confidence score. So we would try to pick the ones that have a very high confidence score. And then let's take those values. And if we can take those values, then we can quantitatively now put it into some numbers, right? And then get a value which can definitely give you some more information that fine, this is a range I can think of that can convert from my tweets, right? So then these are the customers who we can follow up or who can definitely are interested in my course, right, for example. So yeah, so that's a very good example of where you can definitely use a language model, leverage your language models in analyzing the sentiments of your tweets. Okay. So do you have any question or suggestions or anything to add over here?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There also could be a model that detects if, like, for example, a tweet has some bias in it, for example.
Yeah, there are models which can definitely determine your bias because bias would bring down your probably your value, right? So if I'm trying to calculate some ROI from there, that might definitely uh, bring down the values. So yes, there are models which can identify that bias from your there's even your if you provide your tweet to ChatGPT and ask that provide me how much bias this is. They can also probably do something good, relatively good on that. So that's also, so there are many factors. That's right. Bias is also a factor that can come into the sentiment analysis. Okay. So even if you are not considering bias at this point, if you're just blindly thinking of those numbers, right? So then we can probably start taking these numbers and converting it to some meaningful values now, right? So now you can try to see on a scale, so the initial sentiment score 0.4 on a scale of -1 to +1, or maybe the stars we can convert. So we can have a conversion ratio and we can check average revenue per customer, how much we can expect. This is a very vague analysis. There's a lot of stuff to it. But just to show you an example how sentiment analysis can impact your ROI. So this is like getting some values from your business models or from your business, and then you can tag it definitely to your sentiment scores and get some averaging out on your revenue, right? So this is how you can connect with your get an idea of an ROI. Also, let's go over another example. So customer lifetime value, right? So the customer lifetime value is you do get some customers who become loyal to you over time, right? And you don't want to lose your loyal customers, right? Because they over the time brings a lot of value. So here this is not really related to sentiment analysis. However, you can gather these data are already available when you have a customer who is engaging with your product, purchasing your product, or the time for which they are using your product. So probably they started using your product when they were at age 10, and they were still using the product when they are at age 30, right? So they are bringing a lot of value, right? Over the time, they have generated a lot of monetary value for you. And so you can actually have models like gamma gamma, beta geometers. These are the models who can also tell you that these are the particular customers you should be sensitive about. So if they are customers who have who actually made a lot of value to your company, let's say this particular customer has a very high or has uh, or not, sorry, not that one, maybe per customer. So customer lifetime value per customer. So this one, customer C4 has got a lot of value, has created a lot of customer lifetime value for this, for the product they're using, right? So you don't want to lose those customers. And this kind of analysis is quite important to tag to your business, right? And even if these customers, for example, do not feel good about, or they produce a negative kind of sentiment, then this will, your customer lifetime value will also change, right? So for example, let's say that some of my customers have produced some positive and negative sentiment, positive, negative, and neutral sentiment about my product, right? So that should be adjusted to my customer lifetime value, and then based on that, my sentiments, like this was the original one, so adjusted CLV is high, adjusted CLV might go down because they had some negative sentiment towards it probably, right? So sentiment analysis can actually also quite strongly affect your customer lifetime value, which is also related to your business, right? So these are few of these models that are useful to know when you are doing your sales and marketing. You are running your sales and marketing because it gives you quite a good amount of insight, which you might not have gotten before, right? So there's different aspects to it, sentiment, bias, fairness, right? So those are definitely very good questions that will come up when you are in a marketing business or in a sales business, right? Or in general, you are trying to do a data analytics. So all these would affect you. And here, notice how we used AI. So we used these large language models because they're really good to analyze our sentiments, right? And we leverage these existing models like Gamma Gamma, or the other one, I keep forgetting the name. So it's called just Gamma Gamma, yeah, Beta GeoFitter. So these are some future prediction models that we can now use in conjecture with LLMs to bring a very good insight into our marketing and sales, right? So having said that, just keep that in mind, and then again going back, now you can see the importance, right? Now you can understand how much more insights your AI and these models in conjecture can predict for you, right? And that's what is necessary in creating something different rather than what the other industries are doing, right? Because you want to be ahead of the game. Okay, so now we can say that our AI models, especially the LLMs, can help us in sales growth, customer churn, conversion rate, customer lifetime value. So in all these domains and much more, it can bring a lot of value. And in time, your sales growth is definitely affecting your business, right? Conversion rate, customer churn. So all these also like your technology. For example, if you're developing a cell phone, right, or a mobile phone like an Android, right, something. So you some of those features that are coming in, so that with these numbers, you can make more educated guess with your LLM, more educated guess, and then that can be leveraged into your technical department also, right? And with which feedback they can further modify their product, right? So everything's are interconnected, and AI can leverage so much more that you can know understand some things that you never knew before, right? So it will bring new features to your quite a new feature to your marketing or sales domain. So yeah, so if you like this presentation, we have more coming up in near future, and we'll be discussing how you are leveraging AI into your marketing, sales, or any other HR or any other business. How your LLMs like can help you in getting this insight, right? LLMs or other machine learning models in conjecture with LLMs can bring more to your knowledge or more insights for your further development. So if you're interested in this kind of courses, we are offering one right now, and the cohort is filling up soon. We are trying to start it in November. So if you want to know more about it, book a call with us. We will throw a link for booking a call, also the link for this course. And definitely, we are more welcome to talk to you, and you can ask our questions. We will like to know your perspective. Okay, thank you for listening to my presentation, and I will take any questions you have right now.